Alright, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome into the stream. I'm Martin Wenzel. Get that music turned down. Whew. Martin Wenzel. We got the co-pilot here. Really wants to talk. And we're in San Francisco. We're gonna be flying down to San Diego. We're gonna be on Southwest flight B737, I guess is what it's gonna be. Southwest flight 372, Boeing 737-700 from PMDG. And he's really into the microphone, so I don't know how much you guys can hear me. Alright. Try to get things going here. Quite a bit of traffic, live traffic from FSLTL. I'm not going to be on VATSIM. I was on VATSIM. I was going to do it, but I got him right here and probably going to be jumping out from time to time, take care of him and go eat dinner and stuff. So get this flight in so that we can fly to Hawaii tomorrow morning. So I'm going to get inside the plane. We actually probably lost electrical. Those batteries been up. Or ground power. The ground power went away. This is what I mean. I'm gonna have to step away. See? Alright, so I've been sitting here with this on, so I don't know what happened to the... We got no battery now? No, I'm using FSLTL traffic. Might have to reset here because I actually have no battery, and so I can't do anything with the... I literally have no battery, and I can't control the... Great. I burned out the battery on the plane. And I can't control the external power in any way because I can't access the screens. This is what happens when you try to start a flight and then you keep getting distracted and burn out your battery. So we're gonna have to restart this. Alright, we'll restart it. Everything fixed. Oh. This is why I don't do VATSIM a ton, just because of this kind of thing where it's very hard. That jetway out. Alright, ground power is available. I should have turned the ground power on, that's what happened. Alright, ground power is on. Go back up here. We have the battery. Get the emergency lights armed. Over and checklist. Over there messing with the light over there. Alright, so we did the oxygen. Oh, we can test the oxygen right here. Let's do that. Okay, 100% tested. Navigation, transfer, and display switches, normal and auto. Window heat on. Top here, window heat on. Pressurization mode selector, auto. There. Flight instruments, heading, and altimeter. That altimeter. That. 30.19. Parking brake is set and engine start levers are in the cutoff position. Right before start, flight deck door. Okay, so we just got to do all of the rest of our flow now. We should be on live weather, live time, and all that. Like I said, I'm using FSLTL traffic, so I'm offline. I'm using FSHUD ATC. There's no coverage in VATSIM right now, so it's not like we're missing anything. It'd just be Unicom. That's not what I wanted. I want weather. Got real time going. Yep, 2:19 p.m. here on the West Coast. Should have the jetway out already. Double checking we got the parking brakes set, or parking brake is set, but we do have the wheel chocks in place. Panel turned up. Alright, so we're gonna go up and down the panels. All the way up, start getting the alignment for the ILS. Yaw damper, come on. Our fuel pumps will go with fuel 1 and we'll get the APU going. Back up here. Standby power is covered. Ground power selected. Circuit breaker, lights, that. Seatbelts away until we're fueled up. Ignition switch. We left and we have off and off right now. Anti-ice off. All the hydraulic pumps off. Our cruise today, I believe, is 390, so we'll get that in there, 390. And 20 feet for our landing, or 250 for our landing altitude, or really our takeoff altitude. Alright, voice recorder, auto. Everything else is what we need. For now, we'll get the logo light on. Wing and wheel light. Just know people, everyone know on the plane. Man. That's it. Alright, let's get our flight clearance and get stuff. Getting things going here.
Southwest 372, clear to San Diego via altitude, departure, runway 28 left, initial climb 3000, then as filed, squawk 6547.
Cleared to San Diego via altitude, departure, runway 28 left, initial climb 3000, then as filed, squawk 6547, Southwest 372.
Southwest 372, readback correct. When ready, contact San Francisco ground 121.8.
When ready, contact San Francisco ground 121.8.
Just got my light all messed up back there. Ooh, stop. Stop. Oh my god. Play with your toys. Really likes being. Alright, let's go down in here. Start getting stuff set up. I want to go over here and get the fuel. Problem is I got to go in and make sure all of our settings are right. That. Stop. Cool. Fuel, we're gonna need 5604. Kind of go down. Got plenty of fuel. Get let's put 4,000 on. If we're turning around here. Up and down, I thought. 1,000. Do you want to be up here or do you not? Target. Very hard to keep track of what I'm doing here. Because back and forth with him. And we'll do 5650. Request the fuel truck. The main screen. Start getting flight data in. Initial position, San Francisco. At Bravo 12. On the database, of course. Sense. Route. Destination is Kilo Sierra Alpha November, San Diego. Runway 28 left. Flight number 72. Next page. Got Mickey, our first waypoint. Mickey. Direct to LAX. Los Angeles, the VOR. That's it. And then we just have departure and arrival. Our departure out of San Francisco is going to be 28 left and offshore transition. Have any? Position is Mickey. We can pre-plan our arrival. It's going to be runway 27. Could be an RNAV. Check this. This is the right way. Suppose. Yeah, we can do that. RNAV 27 and Comics 2 have a LAX there. Into the final. Have make sure we got no discontinuities. Looks like it's good. We got that one vector. We'll keep that in there until we know for sure if we're going to be Lindy or the other transition, which is a little earlier than Lindy. Back into our route. Performance, 0 fuel weight. Actually, we want to go over back into this page. Start fueling. Go to our payload. Payload today, we have a single class.
Refueling truck is on its way.
Got 124.
Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck
124
arrives
passengers. And cargo, we're going to about 1,500 in the front, 1,700 in the 1,500 in the rear. Oh. Okay. And that is set there. Open the door for the front entry. And we'll start getting our passengers on board. Wait.
Boarding requested.
Fuel truck is supposedly on its way. I don't know. I didn't request fueling. You know what I did? I changed the setting in GSX, and so now if I use that refueling in this plane, it will recognize that, and it'll actually just call the truck without me calling it.
Do you want to board crew?
I don't know how to get rid of that truck. We'll see what happens. Because we already got the, this one works better with the PMDG, the one that's built right in PMDG. Thanks for the follow, Geneva Horatios 01 on Twitch. Thank you very much. I'm not going to board the crew. We're already on board.
Passengers boarding started.
Passengers are coming on. You can hear them. Should be able to see them if we sneak here. Coming down the... we should be able to. Sometimes you can't. Alright, back into the FMS. Doing our performance page. Actually, we want to go up top. Nav right here. And then back into that FMS. Alright, 0 fuel weight. Our fuel, we are planned for a lot more than that, 4.3. We don't actually need to put in the plan. But we do need the reserves. Reserves, we have 955, so we'll go 0.9. Cost index of 20. Cruising altitude today, 390. Then our wind, the average wind is 130. Dude, N1 limit. The calculator on my other page.
Good morning. Thank you. Good morning. Hello. Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you.
Fuel truck is in position.
How are you?
Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and asks to do it.
There come the passengers. Alright, so we're gonna be doing 24K D rate. We don't have an alternate outside air temperature. So all this stays the same. Takeoff, we're gonna be going flaps 1 again. I'm not sure why I keep getting these flaps 1s. Kind of weird. Then our gravity and the trim. And then our speeds are a little bit higher with... We're gonna go 130. I'm just gonna go with what I got on the calculator. These are a little bit lower. Alright, all within close enough. And then the V2 is we 140. I always forget that I have another page here with my wind. And our thrust reduction. Yeah, he's my son. Yeah, I'm not on VATSIM. I was trying to get on, but it's just, you know, between wrangling him and paying bills and doing all the other stuff. Lucky to even get on right now, so. Yep, thanks for the follow. For sure. Actually, these speeds are a little bit closer now with that wind. Rotate, we'll keep it. Use my calculator on the side. Perfect. Alright, I think we're good there. Then we go... That's all we need. That's all. Perfect. Well, most of my streaming is going to be in the morning, Sasha, right now. Just the way my schedule works, just what works best for us here, because it's kind of hard to. It's gonna be, yeah, as you'll see as I'm streaming here, trying to wrangle him. It's hard to stream when I'm wrestling with the co-pilot over here. Passengers sound like they're basically on board. I mean, I'm gonna get rid of this intercept. Yep, I know. My calculations, I'm using, it's called VAS airplane toolbox. Now, I am not exactly sure where I got it. I don't have a link for it. But if you search for VAS airplane toolbox, you should be able to find it on the X-Plane forums. And it actually, it's like a calculator for all kinds of different planes. Really cool. Let's see if I can pop up. I'll pop it up. It's in a browser. You have a little program that runs on your computer, connects to the simulator, and then it opens a browser. Let's see, where do I have it? Right. That's what it looks like on your browser. Actually, I cut off a little bit. But you can put in, I'm flying, you pick whatever plane you are. It could be the A320, it could be the 737, 738, it could be the A380, it could be the CRJ7. They have some planes are missing, ones that are less common, but it'll help you calculate all these things. Really nice. I have like 2 or 3 different calculators just for the A320, and this one, it's even got a checklist right here. We got the checklist for the planes. We're on this one right now before start. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I need to make some more emotes. No, it's probably not the same, but it's similar, like the information they put in and then it spits out. I wouldn't say it's exactly the same. Don't do VATSIM tomorrow? I was thinking I might do VATSIM for the Hawaiian flight, but I don't know. Because, again, I'm going to step away. It's going to be about a 6-hour flight, and I might do some time acceleration and all that. Okay, so passengers should be on board. Sounds like, yep. Get back outside of the plane. And... Alright, good. There comes the... Unfortunately, you can't see the luggage on the carts, but it is coming. We'll get rid of the fuel truck. Should be fueled up now. Ground services. Whoop. Release. UB art style. That is something I like. Yeah, I do want to do some more stuff with. I haven't had time to sit down and kind of make some more emojis. I mean, when I made those emojis, he was like what, 2 months old, maybe 1 month old, and now he's definitely got. I mean, we got a ton of pictures that he probably got some pretty crazy faces. That'd be pretty cool. So. Yeah, sure. Check out, I have a link to the Discord on my Twitch, I believe. Feel free to drop something in there or send me a message in there. That's awesome. Little things cool like that. Thing in or out? Oh, there. Alright, so... I don't want to burn off too much fuel here. Waiting on the yeah, shoot me a message. Just forgive me if I'm not quick on this stuff just because time. But let's see. Got the yaw damper already on. You is on. Hear the air conditioning going now. Yeah, I think we're ready to go. Probably forgetting something big. We're gonna get these fuel directors on. We got the master on the left. Arm the auto throttle as well. Seatbelt signs come on. And we are ready, so we'll push the jetway away. Get the decks to open up. That's probably the message it always shows. Until you get the cargo on. Alright, so while we're waiting, let's quick overview of our takeoff briefing sort of thing. Alright, so airport chart, we're all the way down here, Terminal 1. We're at Bravo 12. We're going to push back to the left. We want our tail to the left over here. We're going to take Yankee probably up to Alpha. Going at 28 left, so don't even have to process it. Likely we'll go Alpha, maybe down to Bravo here. Either Foxtrot 1 or Foxtrot. Probably Foxtrot 1, cut across. Take Foxtrot all the way down and line up at runway 28. Once we take off, we're going to climb out to the ocean. The Senzi, that Senzi chart, or the offshore departure chart. We're going to turn into Whammy. Not seeing any. What I'm looking for is I'm just looking for climb. Alright, right here. Climb on radial 281 to cross Senzi at or above 2500. Only one it looks like. Then climbing left turn heading 203 to intercept Pi. What that is? Our router. Oh, maybe we are supposed to intercept Pi. I don't know why it didn't have that intercept point in chart. Could be going up to Pi actually. I'll put that back. We'll get that into the computer. Climbing left turn, heading 203 to intercept Pi, radial 151. Oh, okay. We're intercepting a radial, that's what it is. Cross Seagull at or above 6,000. Then on Pi 151 to cross Cyprus at or above 20. Oh, we're doing all these like different radials. One actually need a maybe turning to 203 and then into Whammy. That was one. Alright, looks like he's got the last piece of luggage on board. Oh, one more. One more piece of luggage. Hello? Really goofy. Alright, there goes the jetway. GSX doesn't like to open. Prepare for pushback and departure.
San Francisco ground, Southwest 372, gate Bravo 12. Request pushback and start up.
Southwest 372, pushback and start up approved.
Pushback and start up approved. Southwest 372. Hello,
Let's switch to APU generation and clear out the ground power.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted. Locking gear.
Okay, flight deck door closed and locked. Fuel pumps on. Fuel pumps on. Passenger signs on. Fasten seatbelts. Windows locked. We have our V2 speed. Don't actually have.
Release parking brakes, please. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
And we'll go. Got our ignition. We'll turn off left and right packs. And we'll start engine. Got our takeoff speeds, headings. Heading for our runway today is 284. Initial altitude 3,000 feet. Rudder and alien trim, free and 0. Taxi and takeoff briefing completed. Anti-collision light on. Okay, we got generator. Go to Kant. And we'll start the left engine.
Please set parking brakes. Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
Oh, please. Generators on. Let's go. Gen 1 up top.
Disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Turn
Left is clear. Right is clear.
off the APU. Turn off the APU bleed. Packs left and right back on. We got the engine bleeds on. Hectic. Hectic. At least with him. Just crazy. Alright, we got the before taxi checklist. Generators on. Probe heat. On. Anti-ice. Not needed. Isolation valve. Auto. Engine start switches in the con position. Recall checked. Auto brake. RTO. There. Engine start levers in the idle detent. Flight controls. Get them this time. I wasn't able. I see the flight controls. I was able to see those before. Or something else. I'm not sure how I can check my flight controls. I can never figure that out now. Figured it out once and then I can't find it again. Weird. Yeah, how slow they kind of go. Anti-skid inoperable. That before. Ground equipment should be clear. I'll go to flaps. 1. Looks like it really does anything. Oh, you know what the problem is? I don't have any hydraulics. I turn those on. There we go. Now we got the anti-skid. You can see the flaps are going. Alright, back in the trim, we need... I have that page. 6 something. Yeah, once we get up there, I'll kind of look at them.
Taxi to holding point, runway 28 left, via Alpha, Lima, Foxtrot.
Taxi to holding point, runway 28 left, via Alpha, Lima, Foxtrot, Southwest 372.
Alright, so Alpha Lima Foxtrot. Yep, Alpha. Okay, they want us to go behind the... So we push back the wrong way now. Want us to go behind the runways, not cross runway 1 and 2. So we're just going to go this way. Because we're already pointed this way, and in reality, they tell you which way to push back, or you'd request which way to push back, because they want us to go the other way and go around the runways. All right, let's get taxiing here. So release the parking brake. Power. Taxi light on. We'll turn on the runway turn off lights as well. And we're gonna go take Alpha Foxtrot 1, and then we'll take Foxtrot. We're not gonna take. Basically, he wants us to go the other direction and get onto that taxiway on the other side of these two runways. Kind of a weird way to do it. We'll ignore the AI ATC. Not perfect. Yeah, there's quite a few. Lots of planes in the simulator. Every day seems like there's a new one coming out to buy. I didn't really follow X-Plane a lot when I was in X-Plane 11. I only had it for like a year or two before I got Flight Simulator, and I really didn't look at any of the planes for purchase. I just flew the 738 from the free Zebo mod over there. So that kind of passed me by. I didn't realize there was so much. There's quite a bit available in both X-Plane and Flight Simulator. Thriving community for sure. Comes Foxtrot 1. In reality, we'd be getting a clearance to cross these, but ATC doesn't recognize that we're going this way now. Again, in the sense that the live traffic has kind of died down. Alright, so about an hour flight down to San Diego. Setting us up for a nice long flight in the A330 Hawaiian Airlines tomorrow morning. I'm going to try to get that flight going by 6 in the morning tomorrow.
372, contact San Francisco Tower 120.
Haven't decided if I'm going to go live time out of San Diego with that, because that'd be about 4 in the morning San Diego time. Right.
San Francisco Tower, Southwest 372, runway 28 left, ready for departure.
Southwest 372, line up, runway 28 left.
Line up, runway 28 left, Southwest 372.
Landing lights on. Make sure we don't have anyone landing. Coming out of Vancouver, we got clearance to take off, and just as we were told to line up and wait, I looked and there was I think it was a flex jet or something coming in to land there at Vancouver on the same runway, and he was short final. Because I had crossed over the stop line, though, he vanished. So obviously in real life it would have been a runway incursion, or at least me stopping where I was, it wouldn't have been the end of the world. I would have not lined up because I saw him right there. Okay, we're cleared for takeoff. Now stabilize at 40%. %, stable.
Positive rate of climb.
You're up.
Southwest 372, contact NorCal, departure 119.2.
Contact NorCal, departure 119.2, Southwest 372. NorCal departure, Southwest 372, altitude departure at 2,700.
Southwest 372, radar contact, continue climb 11,000, altimeter 3015.
Continue climb 11,000, Southwest 372.
On the autopilot. Beautiful. You can see, I believe that's the airport right there. Yeah, this should be our airport we just took off from. Yep. The San Francisco International. Further back, when we go in the external shot, we're right in line with the Oakland Bridge, basically. Go to the external. Right there, you can see the Oakland Bridge downtown. Golden State Bridge right there. You can barely make out the red of it. Alright, engine bleeds on. After takeoff checklist. Engine bleeds on. Packs auto. Landing gear up and
Southwest 372.
off.
Climb and maintain. Flight level 200. Contact Oakland Center 132.2.
Climb and maintain. Flight level 200. Contact Oakland Center 132.2.
Flaps up, no lights.
372. Oakland Center, Southwest 372. Offshore 2. Departure at 9,000.
And we'll turn off
Climbing.
landing lights over 10,000 feet.
Southwest 372. Radar contact. Continue climb. Flight level 200.
Continue climb. Flight level 200. Southwest 372.
And we'll turn the seatbelt signs off, let the passengers get up and about. As we make our turn at Whammy, headed for Eagle. And now Seagull, we need to be crossing above 16,000 feet. We'd have no problem doing that. And then Cypress will be flight level 220. We'll get another clearance for that. Got the radial for the VOR there. Actually put the right VOR in and should be on a radial 115 or 151.
Southwest 372. Climb and maintain. Flight level 290.
Climb and maintain. Flight level 290. Southwest 372.
Flight level 290. On the radial now. Radial 151. Once we get past Cypress, we're going to switch that. We'll switch it to the 295 radial for Mike, Quebec, Oscar, which is Morro Bay 112.4. Hey, Dean. What is it? D-Animator? D-Animator 115. Hey, thanks for dropping in. I'm going to be stepping away here a little bit, but eat a few ribs for dinner. My wife just finished making dinner, so I got to run down there and eat a little bit. Short flight here, so I'll be back probably 10-15 minutes as we hit the terminal arrival route. Waiting to see if ATC is going to clear me to another altitude. Yeah. Well, usually she makes Chinese style ribs. I mean, she is Chinese, so she makes Chinese style ribs. But we bought a packet of rib of seasoning, and tastes definitely smells a lot different than what she usually makes. All right, we're gonna climb up to 38,000. Kind of weird how we got 39,000 for a cruise for such a short flight, and then other flights that are longer, I'll get a cruise of like 30,000. It's very weird. Keep climbing here. I'll see you guys. I'll be back on. I'll get the video flipped back on about 10-15 minutes, hopefully in time for our descent.
Alpha Victor Echo, Romeo Oscar Bravo Echo 5, arrival, Intermar Nav, Zulu, approach, runway, 12 right, report when ready for descent. Expect Alpha Victor Echo, Romeo Oscar Bravo India Echo 5, arrival, Hotel India Tango India Romeo, Arnav, Zulu, approach, runway, 12 right, report when ready for descent, Southwest 1426. Southwest 1426, ready for descent. Southwest 1426, direct inner descent and maintain 6,000 altimeter 3015. Proceed direct enter, descent and maintain 6,000, Southwest 1426. 24 heavy radar contact. Maintain flight level 360. Maintain flight level 360. 24 heavy. Southwest 372. Climb and maintain flight level 390. Contact Los Angeles. Center 124.2. Climb and maintain flight level 390. Contact Los Angeles. Center 124.2. Southwest 372. Los Angeles Center, Southwest 372. Inbound. Lima Alpha X-ray at flight level 380. Climbing flight level 390. Southwest 372, radar contact. Continue climb. Flight level 390. Continue climb. Flight level 390. Southwest 372. Southwest 724, radar contact. Climb and maintain flight level 400.
Climb and maintain flight level 400, Southwest 724.
Skywest 6939, radar contact. Expect Papa Mike Delta, Saudi arrival, Trinidad ILS, approach, runway 25 left, report when ready for descent.
Expect Papa Mike Delta, Saudi arrival, Trinidad ILS, approach, runway 25 left, report when ready for descent, Skywest 6939. Skywest 6939, ready for descent.
United 2650, radar contact. Climb and maintain flight level 340.
Climb and maintain flight level 340, United 2650.
Los Angeles Center, detected 552, inbound. Romeo Echo Delta Delta Echo at 16,100. Skywest 6939, descend and maintain flight level 230.
Descend and maintain flight level 230, Skywest 6939.
Jet 553, radar contact. Maintain 16,000, altimeter 3014. Maintain 16,000, detected 552. Skywest 6939, descend and maintain 13,400, altimeter 3014.
Descend and maintain 13,400, Skywest 6939.
All right, just in time for our arrival. Flying this same. All right, we got to change our transition because they're giving us clomb transition.
Arrival, Nav, Zulu, approach, runway 27, report when ready for descent.
Expect Comic 2. Arrival, Clom 9 Ave, Zulu. Approach, runway 27. Report when ready for descent.
That vector.
Southwest 372.
Yep. Everything's good there. I report when ready for descent. Why you can't? And now I don't have the option on my thing to report when ready for descent. But we'll keep an eye on that. Hopefully it pops up. Here's our top of descent. There it is. We're ready for descent.
Southwest 372. Ready for descent.
We got all of our stuff set there. All right, landing. We're doing runway 27. Containing flight level 390. Landing weight.
Maintain flight level 390. Southwest 372.
Out. Alright, landing weight, we're going to be about... Do calculations on the calculator. We're going to be doing flaps 30. Spitting out flaps 30. And... Here and do that. Flaps 30. Speed 134 for the approach. Ref is going to be 129. Landing altitude we want to put up here is going to be 50, right? Good. Checking our lights. There. $15 ads in 10 minutes. You gain 15 ads in 10 minutes. I think I have it set to like run an ad every like 10 minutes, like 30-second ad for every 10 minutes. Not. But let me know if there's way too many ads playing. Let me know. I'll kind of turn that down. I've got it set for like every 10 minutes, and I just came back, so maybe I came back right as an ad was playing. I wish there was a way for it to tell me on my end if an ad is playing. I think so. It might actually. I could actually check. Kind of gives me a countdown over here, so it's saying about another 11 minutes before another ad. I can always skip them, I guess. All right, top of descent coming up. Wants us to reset the altitude, but the VNAV can keep running. I would love to. I'm just gonna go like this. I'm gonna put in 390. I just set it as it clears. We're on the Comics 2. We're coming up on LAX, and we're gonna be on the Comics 2. Seems like the first place where we have to have to be at like between 15,000 flight level 190. Thanks for the follow, the Animator 115. Every time I see those exploding heads, I realize I need to kind of update it. Got LA down below us. Just insane amount of sprawl. I think areas out in the southwest also are really interesting to look at with the sprawl because it's city everywhere until you get into the mountains. And then really, I guess when you get out east and stuff, it's more, you have farmland and then you can see where it comes in, but I always enjoy flying out here. There's LAX right there. Looking beautiful, beautiful as always.
Southwest 317, descend and maintain flight level 300.
Descend and maintain flight level 300, Southwest 372.
It's always just reset itself. Yeah, I'll try to keep an eye on when the ads are rolling, and if we're kind of coming up on something super, I'm in the middle of talking, or we're at a super important point in the flight, I'll knock that ad out. Should only be 30-second ads. That just helps me get a little bit of revenue in here. You should, if you subscribe, you should be able to get an ad-free viewing experience. Oh, some frame rates. Yeah. LA is not too happy. Wow. Yeah. Probably just have too much going on. Been a while since I've had been having more bad frame rate days lately. I probably just have some bad scenery involved. Ribs were good. Different than my wife usually makes, but she got like some of this McCormick rib seasoning, so I want to try that out. More bought stuff. Still good. It's got to be scenery, or maybe just all the planes that are being loaded in. Things have gotten a little bit more shaky since the update. Guessing probably just some scenery that's out of date. Keep going down to 21,000 feet.
Descend and maintain flight level 210, Southwest 372.
So as usual, the ATC is slow to give me the clearance for descent, and so we're kind of now chasing. Throw on, and the speed brakes will get a little bit quicker, and hopefully. Alright, so let's do our descent checklist. Pressurization, land altitude 50, check, recall. What the recall check is. Auto brake, we're gonna go auto brake 2. Auto brake
Alaska 1220.
Auto brake 3.
Descend and maintain 10,000. Altimeter 3008.
Landing data, VREF is going to be 1. What I have there, 134. I mean, 1, and our minimums. Minimum is going to be 617. That in.
Alaska 1220.
It's FS HUD ATC. I believe I don't have a link for it on Twitch. Let me grab a link. Okay, you can just find it at fshud.com.
Alaska 1220. Descend and maintain 5,100. Contact SoCal. Approach 119.6.
It works pretty well for, I mean, it doesn't really throw you any curveballs, because you kind of pre-plan, I mean, it just follows what you flight plan what you want, but all the other planes, if you use something like FSLTL to add in the planes, the live planes, it actually works with FS HUD ATC now, and so FSLTL would inject the planes from Flight Radar 24, so you get that live traffic injected in with deliveries and all that, and then FS HUD ATC will take over moving them around on real flight plans on. And so like these other planes, you see this Alaska 1220, you hear that American 271, they're actually flying routes. They're going to come in and land or take off, push back, taxi. Works pretty well. Sometimes it'll get a little finicky and planes will disappear. But for the most part, it works pretty well. I think they've adjusted it where, I want to say they've adjusted it where when you first load in, usually what would happen is when you first load in, anything that's taxiing around the airport or maybe even in the air around the airport will just be at gates, and then they will start all taxiing at the same time, so you'll have this really long line and a lot of planes taking off at the same time right when you first start the sim. Start at an airport. But I think that's kind of cool actually to have a little bit of actually some heavy traffic. There's some places, I mean, I've seen, San Francisco, we had a lot of planes at the gates. Not a ton of traffic taking off or moving around the airport, unfortunately. That works pretty well. Most of the time I get the proper clearances, and again, it doesn't typically throw a curveball or anything at you. Like runways don't really change, but how often you usually don't get a ton of curveballs even on VATSIM. But it's not going to be the same level as VATSIM in any way, a live ATC or anything like that. But I think I feel it works better than just the default in-game ATC. I believe it's like $30 though, so make your decision if that's worth it. If I was looking at it right now, I probably wouldn't get it because I just have no money now. But when I bought it, I actually had a little bit of disposable income.
Southwest 372.
Alright, send and maintain 15,000. And it actually has, there's actually, where my mouse is, there's actually an overlay that it shows up right in your sim. And overlays, and you can interact with it, and shows you text readouts of everything that's being said as well. I just don't, I'm only displaying my game, and I like it not having you guys see it. It's pretty, a little bit more immersive, I think. And of course, you can always close it out yourself and just listen, practice your.
Flight level 370. Maintain. Flight level 370. United 521.
Let's see, but it's definitely gotten a lot better since it first came out. As well, when it first came out, it was missing a lot of call signs, so you would never hear Speedbird, because Speedbird, for some reason in their database, was 2 words, but then it only recognized it as 1 word, or it only recognized 1, but then the sim was always sending out the opposite of that. It was either, like, Speedbird is 1 word, but then the FSATC thought it should be 2 words, so it wouldn't recognize it. So you'd just get all these planes that would just say their numbers, but they wouldn't say. You'd be missing some call signs, but now it seems everything's working. You hear a lot of Southwest. We had that We have there an ABEX 480 heavy. That must be like a, probably a cargo. Oh yeah, I think it's a good. Yeah, you could definitely practice kind of, you know, kind of getting used to like what calls would be coming when and how to kind of phrase things in a basic way. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it is good for that. It's not too terrible with the way it actually calls things out. There's that VOR.
Report when ready for descent.
We don't have an ILS or anything, so I think I need to put that in, but we don't.
Southwest 143.
We got a
Southwest 211, radar contact. Climb and maintain. Flight level 290.
Climb and maintain. Flight level 290. Southwest 211.
United 787, radar
These are a
contact.
lot of kids rolling on VATSIM, or at least a lot of people have kid voices.
Descend and maintain. Flight level 340. United 787.
Southwest 372, descent and maintain. 15,000, cleared Comics 2, arrival.
Here, Comics 2 arrival.
Descend and maintain. 15,000.
Already on our way down to 15,000.
Arrival. Southwest 372.
Southwest 372, descent and maintain. 10,000.
We're coming up, got Escondido and Encinitas, kind of north end of San Diego area right now. There's San Diego right up ahead of us. Going to maintain 10,000.
Radar contact. Expect Whiskey November Charlie Hotel Lima. Golf Uniform Echo Romeo Alpha 2. Arrival. Duty Uniform Whiskey November India ILS. Approach. Runway 25. Report when ready for descent. Expect Whiskey November Charlie Hotel Lima. Golf Uniform Echo Romeo Alpha 2. Arrival. Duty Uniform Whiskey November India ILS. Approach. Runway 25.
Hope I missed that last ad. I didn't block it. I don't miss this next one. I kind of want to turn it off. This next one because it'll be kind of happening right as we're landing.
Solaris 925, radar contact. Climb and maintain. Flight level 330.
Climb and maintain. Flight level 330. Solaris 925. Southwest 3111.
Right.
Ready for descent.
Southwest 143, descent and maintain. 7,000, cleared Kilo C2. Arrival. Altimeter 3011.
Okay, so we got X-Mans, and then we're going to Clome. You don't need NATO, actually. That's why we're getting that double there. Got 2 Clomes. Get rid of that. 2 proceeds. Okay, coming up on Lantern, need to be above 9,000 feet. We're just fine there. Still a little bit above where we want to be on the VNAV. Hopefully we can get where we need.
Flight level 250.
Climb and maintain. Flight level 250. Southwest 2051.
American 271, climb and maintain. Flight level 310.
Climb and maintain. Flight level 310. American 271.
Index 40, heavy. Climb and maintain. Flight level 210. Climb and maintain. Flight level 210. Index 40, heavy. Southwest 372, descent and maintain. 6,000, contact SoCal. Approach 119.6.
SoCal approach 119
Descend and
points.
maintain 6,000. Contact SoCal approach 119.6. Southwest 372. SoCal approach Southwest 372. Comics 2. Arrival at 11,200. Descending 6,000.
San Diego popping into view down there. Yeah, it's kind of a question. Do you download the photogrammetry so it's permanently in there, or do you let it kind of load in? By the time we get on the final approach, it'll be loaded in. But it's a little triangle buildings down there right now.
6,000 altimeter 3009er.
Continue descent 6,000. Southwest 372.
Say once we make the turn and we're coming over downtown, I want to be at 3,200 feet, where then we're going to descend to 2,700 feet for a siege high, and then Rebo will be at 2,000, and then a 3.5 degree descent into runway 7. Airport right there. Yeah, I wish I could buy the scenery for all the sceneries for the airports. Because yeah, they look really good. It's always better when you have more accurate scenery, but unfortunately, like I said, I just can't afford it. Can't justify it and can't afford it at this point. But maybe someday. I am working on, or we're working on planning for within this next year to go to ATP flight school and get into aviation for real. I'm an airline pilot for real, and then I'll be able to afford those airports here in the sim if I so choose. At 5,200. Ending here. It is expensive. You got to get, I mean, you're probably just going to have to get a loan no matter what. You have to get a loan, and but you look at it in the long run. I know what you mean. It is expensive. You take out the loan, and as long as you can survive the few years when you're
United 2683, cleared on nav, approach at 3,600, runway 27, report established final track. Southwest 372.
You can survive when you're not making a lot of money and you're not working, but you're going through training. So our plan right now is my wife and baby are going to go, they're going to head over to China for at least that year, if not maybe a couple years. Spend time with her mom. We haven't been able to visit since we moved back from China 4 years ago, so and they've never seen the baby boy over there, so I think that'd be cool.
Turn right, heading 133, descend and maintain 1,500, Southwest 372.
You miss that top of descent, it's always you're fighting and chasing the whole way.
Turn right, heading 194, Southwest 372.
Southwest 372, turn right, to heading 219er.
Southwest 372.
Southwest 372, turn right to heading 254.
Turn right to heading 254. Southwest 372.
Hope you're not getting an ad right now.
239er, radar contact, continue climb, 11,000, altimeter 300.
Turned off the automatic ads. But now it's telling me pre-roll ads are on, so I'm assuming if people come in, then they're stuck with a pre-roll ad. Kinda, either way, you're screwed.
Proceed direct sighting Southwest 372.
Okay, come on. Gonna have a hard time here with our
Arrival at 5,000.
speed now.
Southwest 372, cleared RNAV, Zulu, approach at 1,500, runway 27, report established final track.
Cleared RNAV Zulu, approach at 1,500, runway 27, report established final track, Southwest 372.
Southwest 339er, climb to maintain 1,000, contact Los Angeles, center 1.
Alright, autopilot disconnected.
Climate maintain 1,000, contact Los Angeles, center 1,4 decimal 2, southwest.
Auto throttle disconnected. Nice.
Southwest 143, radar contact. Proceed direct to Sierra Lima Mexicana.
Landing gear down.
Altimeter 300.
You're going way too
contact
fast.
Los Angeles, center 124 decimal 2.
Proceed direct to Sierra Lima India, maintain 5,000, contact Los Angeles.
Can't bleed off any speed.
124.2, Southwest 143, Southwest 372, established on final track.
Southwest 372, contact Landberg Tower 118 decimal 3.
What'd you miss?
Contact Livery Tower 118.3, Southwest 372.
The size again, bad frame rates.
Lindbergh Tower, Southwest 372, on final 27.
Southwest 372, wind 3003 at 10 knots, clear to land 27.
Cleared to land 27, Southwest 372.
Whew. Crosswind there. Rough here trying to land at these airports. Frame rates suck coming into some of these places. Don't have any scenery here either. Shouldn't at least.
Sync rate. $100. 50. 30. 10.
Southwest 372, wind vacated, contact ground 123.9er.
When vacated, contact ground 123.9, Southwest 372.
Oh, can't believe we got there. Yeah, I have a FSU IPC. I've updated it too. Everyone's been saying you gotta update that. And it's like, well, I have. Why are we... Auto brake should have turned off. No idea. And in San Francisco, we didn't have that too many issues, so... San Francisco was a decent frame rates coming in. Yeah, but then I can't use my overlay. I'll have to find a different one that uses SimConnect, I guess. Where are we going? We're going to...
Lindbergh ground, Southwest 372, runway vacated with Bravo 7.
Did I not turn my landing lights on?
Taxi
I did not turn my landing lights on.
10 Bravo 7, Bravo.
Oops.
Taxi to gate 10 via Bravo 7 Bravo, Southwest 372.
Start it up. Off the probes. Hey, gate 10 via Bravo 7. Bravo. Other side of this. And the same issue I had in, keep having this issue with this plane where it does not want to start rolling. Once you use the auto brakes, the brakes get stuck or something. You have to use a lot of power to get the plane to move. I had the same problem in Vancouver when we landed. Not sure what's going on. I think the reversers are on or something. That was kind of fighting to get that plane landed. The frame rates kind of crapping out on us, and I'm guessing I probably like the naval airport might be out of date. I don't know. I have probably a tree fix for this area. Those are the only ones because I have nothing for San Diego Airport. Yeah, I'm guessing there's some stuff breaking. I need to go through and turn off a bunch of scenery and make sure everything's updated. Only turn on the stuff I really need. Oh, you mean for the moving the plane? Yeah, I have no idea what's causing that. And it's only in this plane. It's only in the PMDGs. They had no problem in the CRJ. And no problem this morning. No problem last night or this morning flying the CRJ. But this one, yeah, once we get down on the ground and taxiing to the gate, we have issues. Not to mention this United Airlines is parked in my gate wrong for some reason. Actually, I'm in the wrong place. How did I miss our turn? I don't need to follow me, but I do need to get the gate set up. Okay, I must have missed our turn. Going gate 10. Don't need to follow me. Airlines. Go to the right gate, actually. That gate right there. See, now it's got speed. More than I want. Good amount of planes here. We're going to be flying on that Hawaiian. I got an A330 right there. We're going to be flying that out. We're not going to be parked at that gate. We'll be further over. That plane is definitely flying over to Hawaii. There's our turn. I always get nervous because of the boxes that if you get too close, these other planes will disappear, which kind of sucks because we do have enough clearance. We should have enough clearance here. Hopefully Delta doesn't just...
Push back and start up the cruise. 0 to wing 7 meters. Leeward ground. 0 to wing 7 meters. Request taxi.
Sucks that the
holding point, runway
disappear if you get within like an inch of the, within like 50 feet of the other plane or something. I feel like Allegiant's also going to disappear. No. What are you going to do? Yeah, what are you going to do here, though? Sucks. Version killer. Tell me I did a terrible parking job. Come on. Alright, parking brake set. Dance. Good parking. Not a good parking. Alright. We got the APU, so we'll turn that on. APU bleed. Switch over to the APU. Collision light off. Engine's down. Ground services. Power. We'll start deboarding the passengers. Request deboarding.
Deboarding requested.
Alright, fuel pumps off, probe heat off, hydraulic panels set, flaps up, parking brake set, engine start levers in the cutoff position, weather radar off, IRS off, emergency exit lights, window heats off, wait until passengers off to secure the plane. Actually probably just going to go into, in reality we'd be doing a turnaround here. The passengers getting off right there. Alright, let's take a look at Volanta and review the flight, see how well we did on the landing with that terrible frame rate. What do we got? Negative 381, so not the greatest. It was kind of falling out of the sky, but there was just not much I could do controlling wise trying to get the throttle, because when your frame rates are in the teens or lower, hard to do. An hour 6 minutes for flight time, so just 5 minutes over our plan. G-force 1, so really in reality G-force is what you're looking at more often than not. Obviously there are number of pilots have actually said between 300 and 400 is just fine sometimes, depending on the wind and whatever it is. It's better to get down. It's all about that G-force really. Obviously you don't want to slam it into the ground at 1,000 feet per minute, because then you're having problems. Anything over 400, you're going to have some issues. So this is a firm landing. Distance 458 miles, 124 passengers here safely, and fuel burn just under 3,000 kilos. Alright, so if you guys want to check out some more from this flight, let me give you a link here. You go to this link. Check this out on, there'll be screenshots and everything as well. In a few minutes, I'll get those screenshots up. Actually, I'll start uploading them right now. Well, in a few minutes. Give it a few minutes, probably 5-10 minutes, and there'll be screenshots for the flight up there. It's got all the information. Field, well, it should have it. I guess it doesn't on this one for some reason. Sometimes it doesn't read the, it doesn't keep track of the fuel. Other times it does. Hey EQ, welcome in. Just deboarding the plane here in San Diego. Gonna call it a night for the stream, but I will be streaming tomorrow morning. If you're interested in watching flight, we're gonna be coming out of here, San Diego International, continuing the world tour. The world tour flight 129 or 229. FSUD ATC, yeah. It actually does work better with FSLTL now. Set it up right. See that Spirit moving there? That's so FSLTL puts that Spirit Airlines in, and FSUD ATC is making it move around and do everything now. So it's actually pretty cool. Let's see, but yeah, if you're interested in seeing some more flights, flying into every country and territory in the world, this flight, wanted to get this in this evening because tomorrow morning I'm going to probably start 6 a.m. as early as I can tomorrow morning. Going to get up early, and we'll be streaming 6 a.m. Central Time, probably somewhere around there. I'll be flying out of San Diego International right here, a few gates over. We'll be in the A330 900 from Headwind, and we'll be in the Hawaiian Airlines Livery, I believe Hawaiian Airlines Flight 11 or 51, something like that. And we'll be flying out to Hawaii, Honolulu, and that'll be about a 6-7 hour flight. So strap in for that. I might use some time acceleration, double speed, get through that a little bit quicker, but could be a nice flight. Get over to Hawaii, and then set up for next time I have off from work will probably be sometime next week. I'm not sure. I'm working this weekend, so tomorrow's flight, we'll get a nice long flight in, get over to Hawaii. And then sometime next week, keep an eye out on the YouTube or Twitch and on the Discord for when I'm planning to do the flight from Hawaii out to French Polynesia, out to Tahiti. Another Hawaiian Airlines A330. So we have a couple long hauls coming up. Long hauls in terms of this stream, or the world tour, 6+ hour flights.
Spirit Wing 788, gauge 45, request pushback and start up.
Yeah, what you want, yeah, make sure you get it updated, and then I believe if you go into the little settings on FSHUD ATC, where it has like the general, and then it's got the sound playback, and then traffic aircraft, it has traffic source, it has BGL, AEIG, and external. You only want to have external checked, and then it should work. You do need to run then FSLTL, and then FSLTL will recognize that FSHUD is running, and it will work. They'll work together really nicely. I'm sure there's documentation and YouTube videos somewhere out there. Hey, Creepy Kirk, just in time. Everyone keeps coming in right as I'm ending the stream for tonight. But thanks for coming in. We had a heck of a time landing here. San Francisco this morning was no problem in the CRJ, good frame rates, and then here coming into San Diego, we're having, just like in Vancouver, it was pretty rough to get in, but luckily got landed, didn't crash it. Firm 380 feet per minute, but didn't crash. Fell asleep on the couch studying. That's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid I'm gonna fall asleep studying for all the stuff for flight school. I hope I don't. It's been a while. Maybe all those nightmares, I have those. You ever get those nightmares every once in a while that you forgot to do your homework, you forgot to do your homework, or you forgot to do like a semester long project. You had a whole semester to do this project, and now suddenly it's come due. It's gonna be due tomorrow morning, and while you're sleeping, you're just tossing and turning. Oh crap, I forgot about that. Oh no. Planning. I'm in the early stages of planning right now. I applied for a loan. Need to call them because they need to get in contact. I need to call someone over at ATP. Schedule admissions flight, kind of discovery flight thing. See if it's actually something I want to do. Because if you've never been up in a plane and actually try it, you don't want to put $100,000 into something. Sign up for stuff like that without at least doing a little test. Alright, well I think I got everything set. Awesome. Dispatch license. Pretty cool. Well, thanks for coming on the flight. As I said, I wish I could stream here in the evening, but this is the kind of part of the day where I gotta do dishes and play with the baby and let my wife start getting ready for bed herself after a long day of doing stuff. So thanks for coming along, everyone. I will be trying to stream tomorrow morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. So for a lot of you guys, probably won't be able to catch it, but you'll be able to catch it on replay on YouTube. You can always watch the landing and take off and that kind of stuff as we fly. From here in San Diego out to Hawaii, about a 6-7 hour flight, so you guys can hop in and out as we go along. I hope to see a few of you there at least. And that'll be World Tour Flight 229. Flying to Hawaii, set up for us to sometime next week get over to French Polynesia and get to a new country for the first time in a little bit, about probably 5 or 6 flights I think we've been doing here, US and Canada. So we'll get a new country next week, but first we got to get over to Hawaii. We'll be on Hawaiian Airlines in the A339. Let's find something on Twitch, because we got a few of you guys over here. Go raid someone. Small raid. I had a bigger raid this afternoon because I got right at the end of my stream this morning, Flying Fabio raided me with like 180 viewers, and I'm like, yeah, you're just in time for taxiing to the gate in San Francisco. But then we raided someone else, and they really appreciated it, so. Who we can go raid, So if you're watching over on Twitch, just stick around. Let's do this raid. If you're on YouTube, keep an eye out. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit the like, all that good stuff. And I will be streaming tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Central Time, around then. I'm not up at 6 a.m., probably 7. And go in here. Alright, let's get the music going, and I will see you tomorrow, and let's go for the raid over on Twitch. Thanks for coming along. And there goes that spirit.